All right, guys, I had this one all cleaned up nice before I brought it down here. Just a lot of fun. It does donuts so nice. Of course, it's four-wheel drive. The one thing that I can say that I wish it had was I wish it had the a center diff, which it doesn't have that. But this thing, it just runs excellent. It's so fun, and it's lasted me heck, you can go back on my channel and see when I first got it. It's been a couple of years. I think it was early January of 2024 or 2023, I think, when I got it or so. But regardless, the only thing I've done to it is there's a truck version that HBX makes. It uses the same chassis, and it has these wheels and tires on it. Well, the wheels and tires that came on this, they were pretty nice. They were more narrow, but I like these better. These are a little bit wider, and they just, it seems like it does better donuts with these tires anyway. But they have more of a monster truck look in a way, the styling of them. But I just think they look better on it, and it doesn't affect it any because they're the same height as the stock wheels, just slightly wider. And because I've had several people mention to me that they've had theirs and they put big tires on theirs and it ruined the diffs. Well, what happens is people get this and they put 10th scale. This is a 12 scale RC. They put 10th scale, huge 10th scale tires on it, and I don't think it looks right with those, but they're big and heavy. And the diffs can't handle that. They're not made for those type of tires, and it just blows the diffs right on out. Well, I've been driving this thing off and on all this year, last year, you know, and with these wheels and tires, and never had an issue yet. And you see how I drive it. I'm pretty rough with the thing. I'm surprised I didn't break anything today, one of these arms or something, as hard as I hit a few of them trees. But it's a blast. It's my favorite little 2S brushless setup. I believe it can run on 3S, but I mean, you see, as fast as it goes, it's plenty fast on 2S, and it is fun getting it down here and just running it on some little trails and stuff. Nothing too rough. It's really good at jumping. I missed my old ramp that I had. I never got to even show it on my channel, but it got ruined outside. I need to build another one. That little black ramp I have here, that's just way too narrow. It's so hard to hit. It's barely wider than the width of this whole RC. And when you get a narrow ramp like that, when you got speed, it's so easy to just slip right off the side of it when you're trying to jump, and it's a pain in the neck. So I definitely want to make a new ramp, and that's more or less for BMX riding and stuff, for narrow tires. Anyway, yeah, this is 2S. And there's the controller to it. It's your standard HBX controller. If you know anything about HBXs, I have several of them, and this being my favorite HBX I have. I love this one. I do have their green truck. It's called the Tornado. It's just like the red truck they make. It's on the same platform, but the green truck has a center diff, but it's not brushless. And what I did is I tried to put a brushless motor on it, but I ran into too many issues. The brushless motor I had was a little bit too big, so I just never put it back together stock. It ran really great on the brushed motor that it had. I plan on getting it back together because it was really fun, even on trails and stuff, because it wasn't quite as fast as this, so which gave me a little bit more control. Now down here I'm hitting a lot of sticks. You can't really see them, they're kind of camouflaged, but there are so many sticks down here that have like little tiny, like partially shaped pine cones that they broken off trees, and it works like a little bomb, man. It'll be like a stick, and then the pine cone sticks up, and it just grabs right on the arms of these things, and then the stick will just get wedged up inside of them, and next thing you know, you're flipping, because it works like it's almost like throwing a wrench in a wheel or something. And that's a lot of the reason why I flipped this thing a lot down here today. And also, I got a lot of, I try to cut them out, but there's a lot of sticks that I've cut that have like a lot of thick weeds and stuff, sort of like, I don't know if you can see it, there's a stick right there like it beside that tree. They just stand up. I cut them off, but if I don't cut them off far enough, the roots will be sticking out, and the main base of the stick or the little tree, and it just sticks up far enough to catch onto A-arms and stuff. But anyway, enough rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. You got any questions for me, hit me up. And as always, guys, thank you for everything.